Put your game face on now.
Yep. Hey everybody, welcome to the live Sunday live stream. As you can hear, you're walking into a conversation that I just stopped so that we could go live. Glad you're here.
All right,
and
guys, let's walk over blah blah blah.
exactly.
Blah, blah.
Glad you're here and enjoy the show.
Yeah, little buddy.
Enjoy the show. Cool.
So going to go to famous if we need our own stuff.
Yep. I'm well aware of that, buddy. Right there. We're live fighting a bunch of guys. You want to say hi? Eli says hi to everybody. Hi, Eli.
Hey Eli, how's it going?
Hi, Eli.
Okay, so
Okay, I get Jalen's in here?
Yes.
Okay, I can't. My phone. I'm using my phone. I have nothing. No other reference.
yeah. Well, and that's the thing, Eric. I will let you know if people come in and out. Since I know you're on your phone, or actually sometimes I think you have your phone hanging above.
It is. It is. Jalen, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling fine now. I guess the booster shot can make you feel like you're having a heart attack.
Well, and I was just way too tired to even try and text anything to ask him or specific to ask him. But I get my booster Tuesday. So when I was, and you're not the only one that I've heard. My wife already got her booster, and she had to go in for heart attack type, chest pain and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my whole left arm, which was the arm that I got the booster shot in, which was 3 days after, mind you, it was just started tingling and aching and feeling cold. Now it's having some chest pain. So,
Yeah.
Wow, you don't screw into that.
Yeah, what's that deal with the National Guard, man? You have to be like, escorted?
No. It's just Massachusetts has a National Guard there at the hospital, just helping out, watching patients and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Getting drinks of water, all the heavy lifting. Everything that the National Guard is good.
Well, the VA has been really, really bugging me, and I'm being a vet, but I mean other vets as well, of getting the booster.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, I guess it is our choice ultimately, but they make it sound like, you better do it or else.
It's your choice until Joe Biden figures out how he can make you do it. And that's as far as I'll go with politics. I would not have any shots had it not been for the presidential mandate.
You wouldn't have took any of them, Buck?
No. Because it's, to me, and I'm going to avoid politics as much as possible. But to me, the fact... Yes. But to me, the fact that it's a disease that is very contagious, but it's 99.8% survivable, telling me that I have to take a shot, taking away my medical rights, or not really taking them away, but telling me you're going to fire me if I don't give up my medical rights, that bugs me.
Right.
Well, my 2 cents, and then I'll drop it, is just A, the people that don't get the vaccine are mutating more severe things that will kill everyone. And B, you're more likely to pass it on to someone who can't get sick of that.
And Jalen, I understand that completely, but here's the thing. The people that are at risk, the at-risk people for getting COVID, one of them is my wife, and she hasn't gotten a shot. And she's not going to get a shot. She doesn't believe in the shots.
Good for her. Yeah, seriously, man. That's what we fight for.
Yeah.
Any veterans in here, that's what we fight for. It's the right to do that, the right to choice.
Exactly. And we also
You
fight...
may not agree with it or whatever, but it doesn't matter.
Well, we
That's
also...
a choice. That choice better be upheld.
Well, Eric, we
We
also
should also
fight...
not enforce like polio vaccine and stuff like that, and like the hepatitis at schools. It
Well,
should just be one or the other.
in schools versus people who are private citizens who are working from home, who are not getting around anybody, or a person who does not work and is not around anybody. Plus, you have all these idiots, and I know you have them where you're at too, who think that the COVID pandemic is over because they got a shot and now they're walking around with no masks. And these same people are carriers just as bad as anybody who has gotten it. They can be exposed and never get symptoms and transfer it on to other people. If we were serious about this, if we were serious about this, we not only would have fought for these vaccines, we would all still be in masks. Okay, I'll get off my high horse now. Let's talk about modeling and not talk about this crap.
Yeah.
So I am on my
Let's
last...
talk about MT's Lancaster that it's building.
Yes. Actually, I think it's done. Let me see.
And we spent most of my time working on the roll cage because, I just always have to clean up the mold lines on the roll cages, which is a lot of area.
What are you working on, Jalen? Is that still the container?
Jesse's monster truck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Triceratops Jurassic attack.
I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do for that one.
Most of the engine done. It's a little soft body,
Yeah. And this That is the last window. And oh, by the way, Eric, on the other side, I did cut one of the posts on the squared windows. Like 3 times.
Yeah.
Like 3 times I was trying to cut plastic off, and I went through the post 3 times.
Oh,
Well, the good part is I was able to push the plastic back together, use the files to clean it up. And when I paint the model, you'll never know that one post is cut in half. So let me see. So I was reading the Discord chat earlier, and Jalen Yusuf made the comment about he can say the concussion made him do it, and Lewis said, "Good idea. I'll try that one." But based on watching their stream on Friday, it won't work. She'll hit him with a frying pan anyway.
seems like liquor monster truck kits are a little nicer. The roll cages are definitely finer. This is where I got the wheels from. The wheels are off a 124th scale monster truck, and they're going on to a 125th scale because the Jurassic Attack didn't come with wheels. eBay.
So I have one last thing I can do before I can have to put the Queen Mary away until I get primered and painted. I can paint my props.
That's a neat little setup it has there for the impellers I was noticing on Eric's build.
How's it unusual? Well, it's actually, I agree. It's unusual in the fact that you can open them.
Yeah, in kit form, that works. It seems pretty fiddly and like it could be fragile.
It might be fragile, but it actually, once it's done, and you saw in my video how one side was sticking, but once they're done, and you can actually open them pretty easily. This one's still a little bit sticky. That was one of the things when I first saw the model, I thought that is cool as hell that you can open the bow thrusters.
Yeah.
Just like these 2 open spaces on here, those are for fins. Modern ships have these little fins that come out to counteract roll of the ocean. They're almost like wings for the water.
Yeah. Stabilizers.
Yeah. It is amazing to me, though, that the water line on this ship is probably less than a quarter of the ship high. I hear voices from Eric, but I think he's frozen. I think his video's frozen.
I'm frozen?
Yeah, your video looks like it's frozen.
Sorry.
Yeah, matches the outside weather.
Did you make it colder now? The metal?
The water line on that ship is probably so far down because the ship has a very flat bottom.
Yeah.
It's not a sharp V-hull.
Well, the Titanic. Here, I happen to have a Titanic right here. And it is actually in the same scale. So the red,
That's nice.
the red there is the water line.
It's the water line.
And this ship, which actually could absorb the Titanic, it's 3 times the size of the Titanic. The water line
Jeez.
is actually, I think, a little bit lower than it is. The actual distance, I think it's lower or less than the keel for the Titanic.
And the Titanic's called the Titanic for a reason. And it's dwarfed by that. It's amazing.
Well, the Titanic at the time was the largest ship.
In censorship.
Its original name, it was designated 401, I think it was, when the hull was laid. But its designated name was Gigantic. So, and they changed it to Titanic.
Well, you guys have heard of the book that was written in the 1890s or 1880s about a ship called the Titan?
Oh, yeah. It was, what was it, 12, 14 years done before the Titanic?
Yes. It was done well before the Titanic. It was about a ship called the Titan that hit an iceberg and sank.
In April.
I know, it was just like,
Seriously.
it was just like, this guy's a time traveler?
I mean, we're talking details in this book that mimic what the disaster itself. Not a lot of lifeboats, for these reasons. And again, it was almost, it's eerie. It's just eerie.
Yeah.
The author of that book, his name wouldn't be Nostradamus, would it?
No.
Right? And his little quatrains.
So, Eric, did you see the
You would take that job.
Eric, did you see the picture I sent you yesterday with the clipboard?
Yeah, I saw it, but I didn't read it.
So here, let me show you what it is. This clipboard has all my colors on it. So that I can just look up.
Stand up, check this out, yeah.
It's a collection. It's
Oh, the paints? Yeah.
yeah.
Is everybody froze?
No, just you.
Oh, it's just one?
Think so.
Yeah, you're still frozen, Eric.
All right. Well, let me hang up and see if I can't reset this.
Let me just double check
Got it.
on the actual stream on YouTube. Yeah, everybody's moving on YouTube, so it's just Eric. Eric is being weird today.
He's still there even though I left.
Probably just turned equal.
And he's back. And he's moving.
Hey! Hey!
By the way, Eric, that's why they gave you your book without staples, so that you can pull this page out.
Is that like the whole page is the color
Yeah.
section? Now let me check it.
Oops.
Wait, you guys can see Eric?
Yeah, he just came back.
Yeah.
Are you watching on Discord or on the on Facebook?
On Discord.
Okay. You
Yeah,
should see
he's
him.
still,
He's still just spitting with things. So let me sign out. Oh, he is.
Fuck, what
I
page?
just clicked on it and he appeared.
It's like page 5 on my book.
Page what?
5.
Okay.
It's towards
Oh,
the
wait,
front of the
man.
book.
Oh.
Keep going. That's the parts map.
I'm getting there.
There it
The
is.
noun, parchment.
Yeah, it's
can
not a
have
single
few
page
meanings.
though.
1.
Huh?
The skin of sheep, goats.
Echo, shut up.
Prepare.
She starts talking about skin of sheep and goats. But yeah, you can.
What's the echo about mostly?
So
Hell no, I don't know what they call the skin sheep and goats.
To be a true Scotsman, you need to put their eggs in the pooch.
okay. I did a test with these before. Now I'm going to do it for real. I'm just wondering if it will fit in my little shaker.
Killed another window provision.
That's okay. You know, that's the window that they threw that guy out.
You know what? I'll make that a bay window. Just that's the window, right?
Yeah. No, Eric, that's the guy. That's the window that they threw the guy out.
You know, if I decide to blow it up, I think I'll put the fuse up this window.
See? Don't blow it up.
Too much work into that thing to blow it.
I'm just saying. The same if.
Contingency plan.
But this is Eric, Jalen. A model's
Yeah.
not finished until it explodes.
And then it's still
Gonna
not.
make it like the saucer of the USS Enterprise, and then the wings of a TIE fighter.
Yeah.
Repurpose it.
Oh,
Getting the model put together is just a brief pausing point.
yeah. And we'll see. Donnie has it perfect. He just.
So KX4
All of my
Gaming.
models are still pausing though.
KX4 Gaming and Models just showed up. Welcome, Kevin, to the stream.
Hey guys, how's it going? buddy?
What's going on? I guess I should open the chat.
You don't have to. I've got it open.
It helps.
I can't see anything. I don't have a laptop down there. Not to mention I make noise. Like now.
So while these are kind of unconventional shaped paints, I like them.
Do you like the lids?
Pardon?
Do you like working with the lids?
They're not bad.
Or are those?
They are, but they aren't. There's actually a groove here that you can pop them open. And there's I actually looked at these. This is where they really fasten. There's a couple of spots underneath here. The only thing I don't like is the fact that when you're trying to open it, you're dealing with trying not to spill the paint at the same time.
Because I always hated the Model Master paints with their paper covering. Always.
Yeah, I didn't like the covering, but I love the Model Master paints.
Oh yes. That's what saved my Romulan portray was their lacquer out of the jar. It sprayed so nicely.
So if you look, there's these 2 points here that actually push down and lock the paint shut. What they always show is you twist on their website is you twist it, but you can't twist it until you pop these two up.
Do you think you can get stuck easy?
I don't think so. And then this, I do love this little keyway there that lets you actually lock the lid to the paint.
That is cool.
Hi, GB.
Hey, GB, how's it going?
Hey.
God.
Clamps.
Does anyone else ever go through the pain of just cleaning up all their roll cages? or the round pieces?
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's part of the pleasure, and it helps take the build take a little longer. It's just with a roll cage, you gotta remember what you still.
So that's not bad if it'll focus. Hang on.
There we go.
Pretty nice coverage from that.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to try those gravel paints, but I wanted to wait until you try them. Then I'll try them.
Well, that's what you're going to see on this entire build.
Approved.
Let someone else try them first, and then I might get some.
You should get a sponsorship for the Queen Mary.
There you go. There you go.
From who?
Revell. Using out their new paints. Show them off to everyone.
I would think about it, but I wouldn't know who to contact, and there's probably contract things and everything, and they'll tell me I can't say anything bad about the model.
True.
The first thing that for a sponsorship would have been they need to buy the model for me.
Right. I was talking about the paint.
Yeah, because let me think. All said and done, I have $300 in this model between paint and the plastic.
Wow. Yeah, paint is could take up a larger percentage of the model than the model.
Well, yeah, but the good thing about paint is you're probably not going to use all of the paint that you bought for a model, so you can use it on some other model later.
Yeah, except for when it's a color that's really specific.
Right.
Well, fortunately, most of these are fairly common colors.
Yeah. My Katinga, though, has a lot of colors on it that are one-offs, but I'm using so much of it, most of it's going to be on that kit anyways.
I think on the Katinga, the only color I used on the Katinga that I didn't use on anything else was that real light minty green color.
Mm. Mm-hmm. I also got all of their wash colors for some reason, even though it's also in acrylic. But not sure. But I'll probably use those as a dry brush.
I think that's Shu.
Yeah. Hey, Shu.
Hey guys.
How's it
What's
going?
going on, Chief?
Oh, happy days.
Now that's a cool model. I see what Kushu's
Yes.
working on. That is a very cool model.
Love the bird fry.
Yeah, I'm loving it, but man, some of these the strawberry pack, man. It's a lot of cutting, wiping out, changing, and I love green strawberry, but sometimes their directions don't make a hell of a lot of sense. We kind of got one I'm working on now, which is but you're putting in like 4 pieces. It really shows you where 2 of them go, but the other one's still kind of a mystery.
Hmm.
And I think the thing that I always kind of liked about the others, like Edit and those guys, they say, here's the part number on the model you're working on. They tend not to do that. I don't know if it's because they have so many different languages. Maybe that's an issue, but I mean, the stuff is good, but sometimes it's like, okay, I know where this part goes, but where the hell does this other part go?
Well, also a lot of photo edits that EdArt makes is for EdArt kids, so they have all that information
What's
handy.
the other? Trying to think of the other company. That does all kinds of Paragraphics.
So Shu,
You know, when you use those, they'll say, here's our part, and here's the part from the model. So, like part number 10, you're going to replace with ours. Green strawberry doesn't do that. it's all just pictures, and that's like I said, that's cool. But we've got like part 3 and 4 out here.
For whatever reason,
They gotta cut windows. But
for
like
whatever reason,
because it says part 3 and 4 go here, which is cool, and then it says part 1 and 2. It looks like it like goes here, but there's nothing there, and it looks like it might go on top of that, but it wouldn't. So I'm like, I have no clue where the hell those 2 parts go.
For green strawberry, guys, you put parts everywhere.
Like I said, I like their stuff, and it's cool, but sometimes their directions leave a little bit to be desired.
well, for whatever reason, a lot of the modeling companies seem to work with paragraphics where they don't green strawberry.
And it could be true. But then again,
Yeah.
like I said, I mean, I'm trying not to dog them or anything, because I'm not. It's just that if they get the models, they don't have to work with them. You know, if I get the model and I'm building parts for it, I can still say that this part number, whatever it is the part you're working on.
Just a second, guys.
Yeah.
They numbered the parts.
Okay, so I have reached a point where I can't do anything really on a live stream on the Queen Mary right now because it's all paint. So it's time to pull out a model I haven't worked on in about 6 or 7 years.
The tram.
Yep.
That's a definite shelf queen there.
Yep.
That's like the Queen Mother.
No, Kenny has that. So there's the diorama base for it. And you guys have heard me talk about Ocre or Occidental Creative, I think is their full name.
Yeah.
That's what this tram is from.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had people in there too. Wow.
Did they suffocate?
No, they didn't suffocate. They came to me in a little plastic bag. So there's a couple of them. Lots of parts. It's going to take me a while to figure out where I was at on this thing.
I see your brother joining the Tall Ships group, El.
Good God, there's a lot of pieces to this thing.
Which metal are you making?
There is a lot of metal pieces.
Parts kit.
Well, some of the metal parts, like right here, the headlight, is being replaced. I'm actually lighting this kit up. Just out of curiosity, because like I said, it's been in a box for years. You turn this down and apply power to this and see if the LED is still working. Look at that.
Is it no?
Oops, going the wrong way. Nice bright light there.
Let there be light, and there was.
Yep. Yeah, the part of the reason I stopped working on this symbol here is on paper. And I had, I was painting it and I can't match the color. But I'm going to push forward on this and say, what the heck? I mean, it has been sitting in a box for long enough. I have escaped peoples everywhere. More peoples.
Under the head. Jeez.
On.
What the hell are you doing? Oh, you're not even out there. What was that? You're a big crash from the other side of the apartment, and the cat's not even over there.
Here's the main body of the tram, guys.
Close cat.
Have
All
to-
right, I'm back.
Hey,
Is that a trolley?
yeah, it's a tram. These go on the,
Oh, okay.
these will go on the front and the back. And just looking, I have a bunch of windows still to cut.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before.
And
Oh,
then
that's nice.
yeah, and then these here are actually going to be 5mm LEDs for lighting. I never realized that. That sucks. It's only on one side, fortunately. I've got a brass rod here, that is supposed to be, the handrail or whatever. It sticks out through this hole. So I'm got to figure out how to either cut it or move it. Probably going to end up just cutting it.
It sticks out through the window?
No, through the hole. This hole, you can see the brass dot right there?
Yeah.
There's an LED that goes in there. That brass dot is this brass rod.
Oh. Is that like one of the little handrails they hold on to inside the tram?
Yeah, it's let me see if I can get it to show. I'm going the wrong way. There. You see the brass rod that goes up and the one that goes across right there?
Right.
That's what that is. And, it sticks up through the roof in the wrong spot. On the other side, by luck, up there. By luck, I got that one to hit right next to the light.
It seems weird that they would put it right into the light, though,
Well, here's the thing. The light doesn't belong there. The light is what I put there.
Oh.
This kit has no lights. And you guys all know I light everything if I can find a way.
Yeah.
You mean you can build kits without putting lights in them?
Sometimes.
I did not know that.
Well, you've learned something new every day. That's what she's eventually going to look like. except for with
Oh,
real
that's cool.
lights.
And, Eric's drum or when kind of sounds like a
It sounds like somebody's there talking to him.
think of the Peanuts.
Wah, 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 wah. Thing is, though, honestly, that's probably the way some kids hear adults when they talk to them. Because they sure don't acknowledge.
Hmm.
Oh, that's right. Sitting here looking at a template for the faux leather, and I just realized I did all the benches already. What am I thinking?
See, that's part of the coming back to a kid you haven't worked on in years. So.
Yeah.
I hadn't even noticed the sound of Eric's Dremel until you mentioned it, Jalen, and now I hear it all the time.
I just bet. I'll bet on that one. I still got the app section to do. And then go through it with a file. You know what's cool? All this noise, Bumper's sitting pretty much at my feet, and he's just like relaxed, like a dog. He's just chilling.
He's used to it.
He's chilling out. Gotta keep a clean work surface here, guys. Gotta keep it.
Oh. I'm sitting here thinking this is going to be a bitch to put these windows in, but you know, if I take the roof back off, because I built the roof early. Look, now I don't have
That
to.
would have been a lot easier.
Yeah, well, and I don't have to mess with the this cop or brass rod here anymore because I can now get to it. But I do need to move the street out of the way. Otherwise, I'm going to end up cutting shit on it, and I'm going to end up scarring it, and I don't want to do that.
Oh, why not?
Because one nice thing about wood kits is that any paint sticks to them.
True. And soaks in.
Yep. And now listen to his file. It's a,
Ripping that thing up.
Gotta have a new channel, Rascals ASMR.
There you go.
oh, look at Eric go. He's got a brush. He's brushing off the model.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, hey, Southside.
So I need 1, 2, 3.
Little model brush.
It's up. I didn't say I did not Chef Mahalo.
Oh no, it sounds like creepy Mr. Rogers.
It's that guy from it's Bruce from Family Guy.
Yeah, that was always that fat kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, not Herbert the pervert. The other.
Jesse.
No, it's the the mustache.
You know, I never found. Thought maybe I had, but I never found a conductor to stand in the front of this thing.
Oh.
You're saying some patients are correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, we're very practice. We were up out of the back.
Model man. I'm the model man. Dude, seriously, what would these guys do right here without me? Huh? I'm the comic relief.
He is.
This is true.
Finger to the model.
Yeah.
See?
The stress relief.
The strength relief. Yeah, see, that's a better way of putting it.
Yeah, his sanding makes some funky noises.
Yeah.
I probably
My man windows
should,
is fine.
probably shouldn't freehand this, but I'm doing it anyway.
You know, I honestly,
We're freehanding.
I couldn't imagine doing this with a pin vise by hand.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's the thing. That's why this thing is wearing out, because I use this on the Titanic.
Oh, the little, to me, a handy drill.
Yep.
I just use my little Walmart cheapo.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
On the Queen Mary, I figured out that this thing will actually not go fast enough, or will go slow enough not to melt the plastic. So that's what I've used it on, or used on the Queen Mary. Speaking of which, probably be a good idea to charge this thing up.
Yeah, that's why I like this one. On the slowest speed, actually the slowest 2 speeds, it goes slow enough to not melt the plastic.
Yeah. Well, the amazing thing, and I talked to Eric about it in Discord chat a couple of days ago, is that this little blue one, actually I think it was in the main chat, this little blue one I've actually used to cut bolts.
Yeah, I've used this red one for stuff like that too.
Yeah, but that's closer to a real one than this one. This one's just like a battery with a spinny motor inside. That's a technical term. Spinny motor is the technical term for it.
Technically, though, that's all motors.
You see?
That's what motors do. They spin.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it was 7 when I came down here, so I kind of figured it would keep dropping.
Yep.
But if we don't do 66, it should keep dropping.
Yeah, I know.
It'll get too.
Maybe like that.
Possibly. Did you want to try it now? Okay. When do you want to try it? Okay, we can do that.
5 minutes from now.
Exactly what Jalen said.
By the way, while she's there, I'm going to say it. Hi, Karina.
She left.
Oh, man.
1, 2, 3, 4. I've worked up 4 windows so far.
What? What the hell?
Yeah, mostly on the starboard side. So I think I'm going to have the ship face port side out when we do this. Oh no, 5. 5.
Should we go for 6, Eric?
I'm not going to stop looking, so 6 doesn't become a thing. So
Or are you just gonna stop gambling?
I'm just going to stop.
He's going to stop outright. He's going to just put the Dremel away and throw the model away.
Oh, I wouldn't throw it tomorrow.
He'd blow it up.
They could make a homemade M80 quick enough.
It's just it got torpedoed.
I was going to make, speaking of torpedo, it's actually the sister ship to the Titanic, because it was Olympic class, so you had the Olympic, which was for Titanic, was made right directly after, so it saw service like 7 years after, I believe. And then you had the Britannic, and the Britannic actually was made for like wartime hauling people, because its armament was beefed up. The security and safety protocols since the Titanic disaster, they were improved. So this was supposed to be like the creme de la creme of the White Star Line, not the Queen Mary here, but the Britannic. And it just innocently enough, not under combat, just floating through the strait, boom, randomly hit one of the mines.
Well, and don't forget the rumors that the actual ship that sank
Was the Olympic?
yes, in an
Yeah, I don't
insurance
buy that.
scheme.
No, that's all conspiracy theory crap.
It is.
I mean, it's just too hard to do. I mean, it doesn't possibly walk out of ship.
Dates. There was only two times that the Olympic and Titanic were actually happening at the same time. And the Titanic, the hull was still actually under construction through that one time, and the Olympic was only in there for 3-4 days. So it would have been physically impossible to switch things around because they were different inside for a majority of the stuff. So.
Right. It would be almost impossible to walk out ships like that.
Yeah, right, especially at the stage that the Titanic was at during the time that they say that it was switched. Here's one thing kind of interesting though that they proved. One of the the radio guys had transferred just before the maiden voyage of Titanic, and unfortunately he forgot the room key in his pocket when he left as they took off, which held the binoculars, which would have made.
Yeah, but binoculars don't really do you a hell of a lot of good out at sea. They
It might be past that cold weather mirage they proved at that time because of the warm water, cold water.
Because I've been there, and our watchstanders, you never use binoculars. when we were that far out to sea. So they just don't need.
Nice morning school.
That could be why we hit an iceberg too, but I don't know. Well, I'll tell you the story of how the Polar Star and icebreaker hit an iceberg. One of the things that icebergs do is they make their own fog as they melt. We were in this big this fog, I mean heavy fog. And the captain, now he wants to get home really quickly because we're on a return trip. We're doing about 12 knots in the fog. Now the records only said we were doing 6, but you know.
There you go.
And so they saw this big,
stuff like that.
yeah, they saw this huge iceberg on the radar. And also icebergs don't show up on radar always because there's nothing reflective on them. So we're going through, they see the iceberg, they change course to avoid it. They don't slow down. The officer on deck says, "Hey, I think we're past it. Let's go back on original course." We go back on the original course. Now I'm sitting in my office with a bunch of other folks. All of a sudden we hear this beep, which is supposed to be the collision alarm, but they didn't hit. We hit this big smack. The ship kind of comes to a complete stop when we hit this iceberg, and all we hear is because we have a watchstander on the bow. It's like tech division lay to the bow, medical lay to the bow, captain to the bridge. We get up there, and I open the side hatch, and there's this iceberg bouncing off the side of the ship. Go up the front. The whole front is covered in ice and snow. Watchstander's nowhere to be seen. We figure he's buried under it. I come around the side, and he's cowering under the bullnose, shaking like a leaf, saying, I saw it.
Poor guy.
And we went and found the thing, and it had a big red stripe down the side of it. It was huge. What was really weird about the whole thing is the place we hit this iceberg was about 7 miles from where the Titanic hit the iceberg.
Wow.
So
that became our Titanic cruise. It had a trip patch. And if we wouldn't have, because the bow itself has, 8 feet of armor plating, if we wouldn't have had that, probably would have been a bad day.
Yeah.
It did wrinkle the front.
I mean, it was an icebreaker, so.
Yeah.
Very fortunate that it was.
That was fun in the sun, and no leaks, no nothing, but the whole front end was just crinkled. And of course, the official report was a lot of fun because it says we were only doing, like 5 knots. We were doing 12 because we had all 3 props and all 3 turbos going.
We just lost Eric.
No.
And we just lost Eric, guys. I did hear Karina talking to him right before, about 5 minutes ago.
Let's not glue my finger to this work. That's not cool.
It's more fun to glue your finger to that.
Eric finally figured out when she said no, she didn't want to do that right now. She wanted to do that right now.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh. Have a whole other half to do still. This is tiring.
So like a blue bomb already.
So I tell you guys, a smart person 6 or 7 years ago wouldn't have put the wood in for these windows and would have cut the windows that go into it then. Not that I'm smart.
Oh, you know.
Right, but Buck built that.
Yeah, exactly.
Just giving yourself more work later. Get reacquainted.
Yep. I honestly did not think when I put this away that I would put it away for as long as I did.
Mhm.
We all do that. I'm just going to put this away and work on something for a little bit or do something quick, and then there it sits.
Yeah, that's how my Mark II Viper ended up.
Yeah.
In a box.
Well, like I said, when I put it away, this logo here, I was really depressed because I couldn't match the paint to this logo, and so in my mind then it looked terrible. Looking at it now, it looks fine. Of course, you know that finishing one wooden model will lead to finishing more wooden models.
Hey, you should get the pearl out since Eric's not here.
It's not very far away.
Hey, Eric, where'd you go? I was working on the pearl.
Gotta get his brother on the form if he's gonna. He just had a review up saying he's joining it. But the group built it out, at least.
It's a nice big ass gap.
The ship group build?
Yeah. Big ass gap. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just two. I think it goes on the top. 1 and 2.
Why do I have a feeling I'm going to have to cut each one of these individually? That sucks.
What's it with you and Windows?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, speaking of the tall ship group build, that will be my entry.
The Jolly Roger.
Yep.
The 40% off Jolly Roger from Hobby Lobby.
I'll be
Yes.
honest.
I think I paid like $17 for it.
Yeah, Timmy, unofficial group.
I just thought about something.
Yes, and
Why am I doing this the hard way? Completely by hand.
What are you doing, buddy?
Well, I'm doing it by hand, but now that I've got one that is pretty close to the curve, I can draw on it. And I shouldn't have to keep trimming it.
Oh, but that ruins all the fun.
No, that makes it go faster and look better.
That's not the one.
Perfect.
most fun thing in the world are singe marks in roll cages.
Think more in anything, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one took almost 15 minutes. This one took 2. So it's definitely a good idea to use this
Well, that
as a
doesn't
template
make
and
any
draw the curve.
sense. Oh, yeah, it does.
So Mark, what happened to the Enterprise?
I just decided to do this for a bit.
I mean, I'm surprised Donnie didn't say anything.
I wasn't gonna ask. I may have thought it, but I wasn't gonna ask.
Could have been a sore subject.
No, I just thought I'd work on this today and then get up on this for a bit.
We were attacked by Klingons.
What?
That doesn't make a bit of freaking sense.
It's not English, remember that.
It's not Dwarven.
No, it's Czech.
Parts don't even make any sense where they go. Covers that, I should see that.
Would be perfect sense to me.
I'm worried now. Well, apparently, I guess I just don't need them. Oh, no, did it go there? Let's see.
In a minute, the little light bulb will come on, and you'll go, "Oh, that's where it goes."
The light bulb will come on, and it'll just be this white blinding flash on his screen.
Yeah.
We've got a DEFCON 3.
Oh, okay. I think they go in that part that's not even done yet. They're putting it in a weird ass place. And the part where it should go, I think, come on later.
It's a Klingon ship, that's what. It have to make sense.
Port and starboard shield generators.
No, it isn't. It's a small piece of plastic.
Okay, so those make sense. I think makes more sense to wait till you glue those.
You see, deep concentration right now.
Talking to himself.
Talking to yourself is okay. Answering yourself is okay. What's bad is when you get in an argument with yourself and you lose.
Yeah.
You always lose when you get in an argument with yourself. You
Someone's
win
gonna win.
and you lose because you're the only one arguing.
Exactly.
Yeah, see, I think those go.
So what you're saying is don't argue with yourself.
Right.
Something like that.
I'm watching a squirrel.
Okay, well, we'll put those on later.
Yeah, they got pretty fat this year.
Yeah, Eric said, I just looked over at Discord. Eric said, sorry guys, I got a jet. In other words, his boss came in and said, we need to do stuff.
Yeah. Well, then you have to buy.
So I think.
He's getting better. Because usually we don't even get that. He's just gone. And everybody's like,
True.
where'd Eric go? Eric? Eric?
Yeah, it's usually at the point when you go, hey, Eric, wait, where'd Eric go?
Okay, we got thumbs now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Go.
That's what it is.
They don't go there.
Doesn't go there. It goes there.
Well, I think they want to glue it on this part where there's nothing to glue on, but it looks like that part it's replacing actually gets glued on a lot later onto another part. That makes more sense, and that would be easier to do because then you have something to attach it to.
Well, that's because it's a Klingon, not a glue-on.
Yeah, well, you cling on nothing about that glue. There ain't nothing for it to cling on here either. You got your Klingon right here. What color do with that part?
Well, this is better using the Flexifile instead of Raisin Blade.
A raisin blade?
Yeah. That's what my dad called it.
For raisins. Not raisins. That's what you're there. You even got a little place for it. Bastards.
You never used a raisin blade, Buck?
No.
Play on
Yeah.
bastard.
Two scoops of
Bastards. Okay.
Although I'm looking at the Flexifile you've got there, and I've got one as well. It's just I never pull it out of the drawer.
It is handy.
It is.
What about getting one of those?
I've used it a lot more than I thought I would.
Somebody, I forget who it was, like maybe Dr. Faust or somebody was showing how to make those.
Yeah.
Buying them, how you make them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
All we need is only tubing and some pins.
Ooh, flash.
Whoever just had that, save the pieces because that sounded bad.
Oh.
Yeah, it's weird. This model, there's some places it's like no flash at all, and other places it's all flash. On the same sprue.
That kit's been around for quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind, it's been around, but it's, see, there's those damn parts. They go on somewhere else. They look the same. There's no freaking difference between the part in this kit and the part on the model. What the hell?
So, what you do when you get frustrated with parts like that is you dip them in glue and throw them at the model and see where they stick.
Well, I mean, they're almost the exact, they look almost exactly the same. And this one has just tiny little bit more fake piping, but.
Oh, but resin. Resin, not styrene.
Yeah, but the styrene part looks exactly the same as the resin part.
But it's resin.
It's for the sake of upgrading.
Yes.
You're not upgrading anything. It looks exactly the same.
Well, it's like extra work you have to do. You could say, I did that. I put that on. I cut it back in.
I don't need that.
Yeah, so I like their sets, but I only use 10 to 20% of the photo etch on their sheets. Like, especially, like, I didn't even buy them for, like, the 2500 scale Discovery, because it's a whole wallpaper. You might as well build the model out of it.
Right?
And these guns, I think that's broke. You clean on
I'm not slamming green strawberry, but that's for graphics. Not everything else.
You Klingon bastard, you broke my gun. Like it's broke.
They drug the blood wine.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's just weird.
You Klingon bastard, you killed my son.
Your son was a wuss anyway.
Well, I always sit there and I wonder, Kirk met this kid like 2 weeks before that.
Yeah.
And suddenly,
Yeah, what the fuck?
it's a very tearful, and I understand it could be tearful, but this is somebody you don't actually know.
Yeah, it's Carol kept him away. It wasn't Kirk's fault.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is. The damn thing is broke.
Huh.
Is that one of the cut pieces that was exactly the same as the kit part?
No, this is the guns. They have these different guns, and there's this part here.
Yeah,
It's supposed to go all the way across,
I see that.
like on this one. And it doesn't.
Well, there's that flash in there that you got to clean out too.
Right, but that's fine. But when it doesn't go all the way across, that's pretty much useless.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did it just break or
It's
did
not
it come
cheap.
broke?
This wasn't cheap either, man. Let's go see if I can find my other one to see if it's full. You Klingon bastard. Green strawberry bastard.
They're green.
Oh, you broke my gun.
You green on bastard.
Holy cow, I'm actually done with this one.
Oh no, I didn't, did I?
Now, I want exactly like it to go. Yeah, not gonna happen right now.
I don't know, Jalen, you're on a roll. You might knock it out in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, I want.
Might knock somebody out.
Yeah.
Yeah, these ones look good.
Oh, that's right. You had already had one. And then I said I'm buying one, and you're like, hey, good idea.
Well, I have 2 of these.
Yeah. Oh, you mean 2 birds of prey?
Yep. But I have one that I want to do when the Grissom comes out. I'm going to do kind of like a diorama kind of thing with them both.
They got melted pretty fast then. Did you get yours yet, Buck?
Say what?
Did you get yours set yet?
Oh, the fruit pack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, check your gun to see if they're not broke. These 2 are fun.
My gun's broke. Damn it.
Consider it battle damage, Shoe.
Battle damage, my ass. Okay, well. Kenny on it. Kenny, your boy is re-struck. What's not?
Well, I'm at the point of watching decals dry now, so I'm going to do something else.
I can see how that could get broken very easily since it's in this bag. I mean, literally, there's a ton of stuff in this bag.
Time to get horny.
Both of mine are good.
Lucky me.
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm going to use those or the kit supplied ones, because what I'm looking at doing is either throwing a brass tube or some fiber optics through where the main gun is,
Right.
so that I can.
Well, yeah. You're not going to use those either. I would probably use if you're going to do that, cut these parts off because they're a little bit bigger and more accurate, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm thinking is I'm going to cut that small one. I'm going to have to figure out how to work around it because The big one is the one that's going to get cut and replaced with either, like I said, either fiber optic or a brass tube with fiber optic inside.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm not that big one. This one, I just don't want to invest that much time in it. So, the one with the diagram with the algorithm, I'm going to do that a lot of time with that one.
And with your broken one, I'm pretty sure if you reach out to them and say, yeah, I got a broken gun here.
Yeah, but like I said, if you're going to want to replace that with tubes, I'll probably end up, just cutting that part off anyway.
Yeah.
What did you do? Oh, I hate it when they do that.
Oh, they put the sprue attachment point up on the part as opposed to down on the edge.
And I have to cut it off.
And sand it flat.
There you go. Really good.
Well, by the way, guys, just in case anybody's curious, Charlie's still around and kicking.
That's good news.
Yeah, we got him some basically dog cough syrup, and so we give him that.
Dog concert.
Yes.
Oh. Right, yeah, I just broke that. No wonder that thing came off so easy.
Works well for him, keeps him happy.
Okay.
Is he having some medical issues?
Yeah, he's been diagnosed with congestive heart failure.
That's not good.
Yeah, it doesn't kill the dog immediately, but it is a death sentence for a dog.
It's not good for a person either.
No,
Yeah.
but when you get it diagnosed as a person, you get 5 to 10 years. When you get it diagnosed as a dog, the vet wants to put the dog down.
Mm.
They always want to do that for the most part.
Yeah, but he's
Well, they think it's too expensive for people to deal with, and
yeah. Well, he's still, he's bright-eyed. He's eating. He just has, depending on how long it takes for the medicine to kick in, he has, anywhere from 5 to 25-minute coughing fits.
Mm-hmm.
And the medicine we found that works for him ain't cheap either. So since I have learned from Wayne at World of Wayne a better technique for gluing these in, they will probably look better than they have before.
Oh God.
this is another freaking work part. The hell?
I haven't been watching the chat at all. Eric popped in on the chat. As did Dan. So I'm sitting here got much to chat it instead of just say it out loud. Hey, Eric. Hey, Dan. And welcome back, Lewis.
Hey guys. There's no way.
It's funny listening to each of us when we talk to each other or to ourselves.
I don't think I want to draw all the seam lines on that. Not to touch myself like that.
Oh, why not?
Where's your sense of misadventure?
Oh, nooks and crannies. Well, actually, it is perfect plastic putty.
Let me set that one to the side.
Of course, you can't get rid of some seams. Gaps where the seams meet up, and you really can't get down all the nooks and crannies and disappear. You just hear it when they don't line up right.
Look after that without breaking it. Page one.
I see you, Lewis. I know. I don't envy you how early you get up for work.
How early does he get up for work?
I believe at like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I don't do that.
And then, well, I was going to say I don't envy his job, but actually I do. I like driving. I just don't know if I would like driving 400 miles in a single day.
Which is like the 2 weeks I worked for Pepsi, I took out a payphone and a stop sign.
That's always fun.
That was just leaving the parking lot.
Yeah, he says, Lewis said he starts at 3 a.m. and he's up at 1:30 in the morning.
Ouch.
I keep forgetting, and I remembered again just a couple minutes ago that tomorrow is a day off. Yay!
Yes, it is.
Yes.
I know they're not going to be open, but I wish my county would be, because that way I could drop off my paperwork for my disability, what is it? Property tax exemption.
Yeah. Okay, we're not cutting that off.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, dorked up that one. I got some glue on the bottom.
And then that robot. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, was it supposed to have that or not?
It's a great time over there.
Gone up where the hell is that? Shot off across that hill.
You know, Shu, when you lose a part and the model still goes together without any issues, there was a spare
No,
part.
it wasn't a part. There's like a little tab there, but it's not if you're supposed to cut it off or not. And it looks like you do, but then the instructions show it there, but the model doesn't show it there. And I kind of clipped it off and went flying across the room. It's not really a part of a piece of plastic. What's that for? I don't know.
Just
Sounds like
remember,
problem solving.
just remember, they're more like guidelines than instructions.
With this one, that's the truth. It's like, figure it out, dude. Figure it out.
I actually built a bird of prey when I was working on my 350 Titanic. It was one of these things. I was about 6 months into the build, and I'm like, I need a break.
Not from the Titanic.
See, Eric doesn't realize, and it's also part of the reason that I have no problem, you know, flipping over and doing some work on something like this. It's a good 6 to 8 months of work for the Queen Mary.
That's just cutting windows.
Yeah, exactly.
Think Eric will last that long?
I think he will. And I think actually he will get it done a lot faster than I will. I think once he gets his windows done, he'll just go to town on it.
One more question. Will he last that long before boom?
I think he will, because he's actually planning on the, what is it? The Bismarck, the Titanic, the Queen Mary is one wall in his house. Actually, I think he's got 2 more that he's planning for that.
That's his plan. What about the wife's plan?
I think she's supporting him.
Oh. Well,
Well, with Eric, that's his current plan.
Well, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna head out. I gotta take a break and put some fenders on my bicycle.
All right.
Okay, yep. Later,
that was
John.
a good one.
Yeah,
Have a good rest of your day.
yeah, you guys too.
No, and I think part of the reason Eric blows things up is it gives him something to work on.
Right.
But
I
I've
bought this kit partially assembled off of eBay because I couldn't find a new kit of this car.
yeah.
And it had the tubeless testers glue in it.
That's cool. I mean, it's not, that stuff's not expensive, but love that glue. When I need to use it, that stuff is awesome.
Right?
I probably don't use it as much as I should.
I use it every now and then.
Yeah. I use it to put large sections together. Wow.
Large sections together.
Yeah. I'm just looking at
I
this
don't-
tram and how washed out this yellow is.
Yeah,
Because
that's
that's,
kind of beige.
well, this yellow is actually more of an orangish yellow.
Is it?
Yep.
Does
Wonderful.
not look orange on camera. Not to me, anyway. But I'm partially colorblind, so who knows?
Well, you can see there where the symbol is a little bit better on the actual color. It's still washed out. The white balance is way off.
Still doesn't look orangey to me, though.
It's actually, it's your standard craft
Well,
paint
I mean-
yellow.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying it doesn't look that way on camera
Yeah.
to me.
Let me get this window in, and I think I still have that bottle of paint over there. If not, I have one just like it.
Are you trying to say you have more than one of something?
Uh-uh. I don't have near as many duplicates as you guys like to think. It's just that I have so much stuff that it appears that I have duplicates. And these wooden models, I definitely don't have any duplicates.
Right, but I think they're the exception.
Yeah.
Come on, nice. How many birds of prey do you have, Buck?
5? I don't even have to think about it.
How many Titanics?
Let me see. Are we talking model kits or are we talking overall?
Model kits.
Let's see. I have one that's complete, one that's in work, and I want to say 3 or 4 in the stash, but you know, only 2 of them are like 350 scale. Oh wait, I forgot. I've got one coming eventually when they release it from Agora. So that is the color of the paint. And it's still showing up. Hang on. Let me try this because I bet you I can get a better representation.
The camera looks like a cream yellow.
Hang on. There. That shows
That
you.
looks a little more orange.
Yeah, and that's the paint that I used on the on here.
Nice.
And see,
That looks a little,
you can
more
really
orangey.
you can really see here where this, and it's not a decal, it's actually a piece of paper that's glued on there, doesn't match the color.
Close though.
Yeah, a little bit more work on there.
I think if you put a clear coat over it so that the texture matches the paint,
Yeah,
that it wouldn't even be noticeable. Because that's mostly what you notice is around the emblem there is more shiny than the paint is.
yep.
I think if you hit that with a gloss coat or a dull coat, whichever you want to put on it, it wouldn't even really be noticeable.
On like that headlight there,
Yeah.
I bought like 5 or 6 different types of little plastic parts for that before I found the one I liked.
Really?
Yep.
You didn't like the one that came with the kit?
It didn't come with a clear part.
Oh.
It came with these metal parts that I showed earlier. So let me see.
You could have drilled it out.
It probably would have split. If I remember right,
Oh, look for faith.
these are the actual ceiling lights. You know, I like mine a whole lot better.
Right? Those are kind of big for that scale of
Ooh.
trim, but
Well, let me take one of them. So you're thinking the wrong side. Because let's see. It's not quite lining up. That's what it was supposed to look like. I think. And I don't remember where these lights go, but I'm not sure how I'm going to replace it with an actual light. I might not.
if you don't remember where it goes, you may have already replaced it with a light.
No, actually, I just pulled out the instructions, and there's not a real good way to replace those lights. Because, well, and they don't match what the kit looks like anyway. Because those go right there, and that bumper piece is metal. So that would be really interesting, which you can read that as big pain in the
Yeah, but
ass.
that just takes a little more patience than plastic.
It's metal, man.
Like I said, it just takes a little more patience.
And drill bits. Takes a few more drill bits.
Yeah, and
I'm actually running low on drill bits. I'm down to like, I don't know, 20 or so.
was that all?
Yeah. Plus, if trying to drill that, I would probably rip that metal bumper off of the front of the tram, and that was a pain in the ass to fill.
Put the bumper on.
Yeah, right there. Right here. That was a real pain in the butt to get to look good. Wooden kits are really an exercise in hiding mistakes. More so than plastic.
Isn't that what all kits are?
Yeah, but wooden kits are more like that than plastic. Plastic, on the other hand,
I don't know, Brandon. You ain't seen some of mine.
plastic, on the other hand, is less forgiving than wood. Hey, I did it again. I forgot to fit this and make sure it's actually going to fit in that hole. Fortunately, they are coming out pretty close. Checking my email real quick, and there's an open box General Lee charger that's almost mine, and no, it's not, because it's 125th. I have a 125th. I want a 116th.
Just the 125th.
Huh?
How much do they want for the 125th?
I don't know. I deleted the email already, but it was probably like 30-ish. but it was open box, and don't know for sure if it was started or not. Ooh, the wooden Titanic, the 1300 wooden Titanic is arriving at Model Expo. The only problem is they're selling it for $299, where if you go straight to Oakry, you can get it for $245. But I'm just being picky. So I'm being picky. So rather than spending $245 or $300, I'm gonna spend another $1,500 on the one from Agora.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, but I thought that was the one that was you have to paint everything.
No, that's the one from Eagle Moss.
Oh, I didn't know anybody else was doing one.
Yes, the Agora one is the side is open, or there's side panels that you can pull off for the engineer.
Where'd you find this one?
Huh?
Why didn't you put a link up? I need that.
I know you do. I thought you saw me talking about it. It's not released yet.
No, I haven't seen anything about that.
Yeah.
And
Well,
again, I am old.
I will put
What I
up.
need to do is quit talking to you.
If you quit talking to me, you'd stop buying expensive models.
But then again, like you said, I'd retire in 3 years, so I better do it while I got the money now.
Exactly. Well, in the Agora one, they finally figured out that not everybody can afford $139 a month. So what they're doing with the Agora Titanic is they're going to do, I think it was $89 a month, or $89 every 6 weeks. Get this
It's
window.
not too bad.
No.
No, Oh, I better look for that. Oh, I still can think about it.
What, the Agora one?
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. Give me a second and I will help you spend your money.
Okay. I like my wife. Yeah, actually, that's not true. She makes more money than I do sitting at home looking at the stocks all day.
Yeah. So models.
Oh.
Wait a minute. I'm going to be upset if they canceled this thing.
Hang on to it.
Oh, they wouldn't do that, Buck.
I don't think so either, but I don't see it right now on their website.
Uh-oh.
I'm intrigued at this point. Maybe it's Fan Home. I don't think it was Fan Home, but sitting here looking for a spreadsheet. Can you tell I'm a budget analyst? I use spreadsheets in my regular life. Where the hell did it go? Should be on my desktop.
Can't find it.
There it is. I don't know why I can't find it on my desktop, but it's in my cloud. Yeah, Agora has the Titanic. I was thinking maybe I was thinking wrong, and it was Fan Home. Might be because it's still a pre-order.
Could be.
Yeah, but if you want people to pre-order it, you might want to throw it out there.
Yeah, it is out there. It's pre-order for us. They're actually they're doing it in Europe right now. I will tell you right now, if it does not come back, I forget her name, but I'm going to email her and I'm going to be like, what the hell?
That's nice.
There it is. But
Oh, there it is. Found it. I had to change my country to the United States, so apparently it's not available in England.
Slovakia.
So,
1/200.
huh?
This is 1/200 scale.
What, the Titanic?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Exact same scale as the plastic one from. It's not. Is it Tamiya? I don't remember. The one that I've got sitting here on the shelf that I really need to work on. So, Shu, a direct link to it is now in the chat on Discord.
Okay.
This one goes all out. It's got the sides that you can take out, and you can see the engines running, spinning, the propellers spin, and it has smoke generators in funnels 1, 2, and 3.
Because only tunnels 1, 2, and 3 work.
Exactly. But just the fact that it's got smoke generators, the lights, the whole, everything it's got, I'm like, oh, I need this. My wife has seen it, and she's
Choose an
like,
option plan. I'll take the bucket plan, please.
my wife has seen it, and she agrees with me that I need this.
The first shipment of 4 magazines with model parts followed every 6 weeks. We'll send you a pack of 6 magazines.
Yep. But see, here's the thing. You haven't bought anything from Agora, have you?
No,
So I so bad want to subscribe to this thing, pre-order it.
Right?
My problem is I've got the full Terminator, so I got the first pack of the Route Master for just the shipping. When I have all of the Route Master, when they've sent me all of it, I will go from Elite to Supreme, whatever, Supreme Power of the Universe, whatever level.
Right.
Which means I not only get the first pack free just for the shipping, but I get 5% off the entire build.
Yeah, that's nice. Now here's one with a display case for $44.99, or for $90 for 6 weeks with a display case.
Yeah.
Do they have a picture of the display case?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, on there.
It's just a plastic thing. Hell, I could do that. Oh, there it is at the very top.
Yeah, it's
Probably
probably
could get something like that from Hobby Lobby or something.
yeah, or make it. Because I honestly think it's just an acrylic case. You know what?
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just an acrylic case.
I might already have a case for it, depending on how. I'll have to do some measurements. My wife has
Plus, you could probably really, once you get my display case later, I'm sure they would sell it to you. Oh, no, sorry, dude.
Well, see, here's the thing. Which is more expensive, their display case or an aquarium?
That is true. I have aquariums. Well, that would be fun. You could probably put in put some the resin in it, an aquarium. That's going to blow up, but then you get water.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't be able to remove the side panels for the engines.
It would sink. Okay, well, price $60 EU. Well, I'm not buying it EU. So apply a coupon. Update basket. Well, what the fuck do they want me to do here? Oh, it's been added to my basket. Well, is that my basket lucky? The buck basket.
And if you up at the top, upper right,
The Bismarck.
if you switch it to from UK to US,
Yeah.
it will switch it to dollars.
Be right back.
There we go. How do I get to $80 a week or 6 weeks?
You should, if you look down at the bottom where it says proceed to
Yeah.
checkout, recurring total, and this is with the case, $99.98 every 6 weeks.
Okay. Oh, that's that. Go back to US. Go back to the United States, young man. Back to the USSR. Okay. So here we go. Back here. Oh, no, I don't want the Bismarck. Thank you.
Interesting. I may have to yell at them tomorrow. Because usually they don't say that the order is completed until, at least I've never seen them say the order is completed before it actually reaches me. Nah, I'll be nice. I won't yell at them till Friday. It's due here Thursday.
What the goody goo?
Hi, I'm back. Are we still purchasing the Titanic?
I think we are.
Trying to. Trying to. I might have to do it on my computer. My phone always gives me grief.
This one's the most expensive one that I have on my list. Because when the Titanic's done, it's $2,100.
$80 per month. What is it? Like a 5-year payment plan?
No, it's. I just closed it. It's should be with 24 issues over at 6 weeks each. It should be right around 3 years. The nice thing about Agora is they are usually very good about shipping, or they're very consistent. It takes about a month for their stuff to get here.
Unlike some other companies that want me.
Oh, they don't even ship stuff.
Right?
Yep. So see how I am, Donnie? I just spent some of Mark's money.
Did.
I try to spend Eric's money, but can never get to it.
Yeah, just go on the computer later. My phone doesn't want to do it.
Yeah. Your phone is like, think about this.
This is real money.
I might have to watch this. Fox News Saturday Night Live cold open shows Biden blaming COVID surge on Spider-Man movie fans. I might have to watch that skit.
By the way, one disadvantage of buying a kit off eBay is these decals.
Oh, that's nice.
They're toast.
Are they toast, or would you be able to put them in the sun and have them come back a little bit?
No, they set something on them that melted into the decals.
Oh, okay. So you're talking that circle there is not supposed to be there.
Right.
Okay.
And there's one right here, and one right here, and one right here, and one over here.
Well, you know what that is? They were using black paint.
Yeah.
I have to say, I like my dentist.
That was random.
Yeah, well, I got a text today. It's a monthly reminder. So a month out, they sent me a text that says, don't forget your appointment on the 15th of February.
I can see where that would be handy.
Yeah. And my dentist, she's probably all of 80 pounds soaking wet.
Really?
Yeah. And I went in there with a toothache, and she said the tooth is probably not, it's really not savable. We can do a root canal, or we can remove it, and I'm like, let's just get rid of the thing. And so on an initial appointment, first time I'm ever in there, supposed to be like a 30-minute checkup. It turned into a 3-hour appointment because she fought with that tooth for 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, she actually.
I could just punch you in the mouth and taking it out faster.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is that the tooth was so well anchored into the gums, and I have a tooth that another dentist took out, which I no longer go to. He was the dentist before that, where when he took the tooth out, he broke the socket.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Nice.
so it hasn't healed well. She spent 2 hours getting this tooth out. Actually ended up cutting it into 3 pieces before she could get it out. And she didn't break the socket. Which is really
That was
nice.
some work.
Well, it's really nice because if someday I decide to go with veneers or something, or have something put in there, there's a firm groundwork for it to go to actually be able to go into the socket.
Right. Okay.
And actually, I've finally realized that the reason I keep hearing every time they say, look at my teeth, and there's like this tooth needs something. It's, we'll start with a root canal. It's because my teeth are that old.
No.
Only as old as you are.
No, I think they're older than I am by a couple of days.
No, you'd be older than your teeth because you're not born with teeth. You didn't have a full set of teeth in your mouth when you were born.
Exactly.
Well, there is that.
Teeth come along later.
Unless you were born with a full set of teeth, and if you were, we'll discuss that later.
Yeah. To be honest, I wish I was like my uncle on my mom's side. He had some issues with some adult teeth. They cut them out and they came back.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, that's not mutation there at all.
He has 3 sets of teeth.
3.
Yes.
Wow. That's not unusual at all.
Yeah. Maybe he's a shark and has actually like 8 or 9 sets of teeth.
There you go.
But no, when that tooth grew back, they did X-rays and they showed buds of additional teeth underneath all of his adult teeth.
That's just wow.
I hear what sounds like a mail truck outside.
Hey, a mail truck.
Well, if it is a mail truck, then it's an Amazon delivery because only Amazon deliveries happen on Sunday.
Right. By the way, if you cut chrome parts off the sprue, and at least that little spot where there's no chrome where you cut it,
Yep.
give them one of these.
Oh, yeah.
You touch it up with that, you cannot tell the difference.
It depends on what you're doing, too, because on my Batmobile I did... Wow, that's been 2 years ago. My Batmobile I did for the Batmobile group build.
Right?
I took all the chrome off.
Oh no, Optimus fell. I usually don't take the chrome off. I usually spray it with like dull coat. You know, just to kind of tone it down a bit so it doesn't look unreasonably shiny.
But it's supposed to look unreasonably shiny.
What's wrong? What the hell? If I'm like, wait,
Then why did you take your chrome off, Buck?
Because I painted it steel instead.
But it was supposed to be shiny.
Nope. A Batmobile? Shiny? Batmobiles aren't shiny. Batmobiles are matte.
No.
I don't think so.
Mine
They're all nice and shiny.
Mine was matte.
That's why it's yours.
Exactly.
You do what you do.
And if I remember
Some shiny,
right,
some Batmobiles are not.
the Burton Batmobile was not shiny.
Well, that's true. None the other the Adam West Batmobile was.
Oh yeah, my
Batman, not so much.
It was super shiny.
and my Adam West Batmobile is super shiny. The 1966 one. And it has an afterburner in the tailpipe. Well, you remember when I did the afterburner on the Burton Batmobile?
Yes.
That wasn't the first time I did that. It's actually, the Burton was a little bit easier because the 66 Batmobile, I actually put a flickering LED behind a solid colored LED.
That's what I did in my Burton Batmobile.
I haven't built mine yet. Get in mine. Except for 66. And that was like the first model I built when I got back into modeling. Well, what the hell? See, here's that when you clean shit up, you lose stuff.
Never clean. Did you clean your shop?
I did
Damn it.
for New Year's.
Damn it. You were the only holdout.
Now I can't find my little plastic glass plate I need to torch off these PE parts.
Just put them up against the curtains and torch them.
Yeah, that's always a good idea.
I would never say something like that to Eric.
Yes, I wonder why.
Somebody's going to have to make a trip to the dollar store and get another. Oh, I found one. Look at that. And somebody went to the dollar store and I didn't know it. I'm always so lucky to know.
Oh, nice. Somewhere over here. Oh, there. I have a tile for when I do PE.
Probably a good idea to take the plastic off.
Nah,
Burn it.
it'll burn off.
Man, you got quiet.
It did. Concentrating on window number 3 for this side. Which means I only have 2 more windows to cut.
Yes, I get to break out my fancy new torch.
Oh, there's that cool one. Yes.
Nice.
Wait, you're not going to put the correct tip on there?
No, I'm just gonna use it to burn this off.
Yeah, well, there is a tip that is supposed to, that you can put in there.
Will that make you happy?
No, I don't care one way or
There
the
you
other.
go. No, really, what tips are tips are tips. I'm not welding anything.
Hey, Kaylin.
Like 100 freaking tips here.
So Shu, I just do it
Yeah.
what you were gonna do, because there's actually 2 tips that you need. One that's threaded on the inside, and then you screw the tip into it.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm gonna probably play around with this when I do some soldering, but
Yeah, I will
plus
tell
it's
you.
like, how the hell do you know it's like refined butane? My God.
Oh, I
That
know.
was a joke.
Here, I know exactly what it is.
It's butane.
Yes, this is.
Yeah, this is like, don't use you use 14% super butane. Like, okay,
Yeah,
whatever.
this is
I got
highly.
shit I've had for like,
This is the highly
Yeah, well-
refined butane that I use,
that's the stuff I got.
and it's, what was it? I think it was 3 bottles like of this size that were like $10 for the 3 of them. Other ones, you know, when you find the highly refined one, it's like 1 bottle that's smaller than that, and it's like $20, $25.
Yeah, okay. I gotta remember how to light this damn thing.
You got to push the thumb wheel up,
Yeah.
and then, hang on, let me get mine because I don't remember for sure.
Like, take the unlock thing.
Yeah.
I did it before.
I use a cigar lighter because I've never had much luck with those butane lighters.
I've got one that you have to light manually, but
Well, mine is well abused, especially the solder.
oh, there we go.
Yeah, push it out, then pull it down. That's right.
Yeah.
And then you get this nice blue flame. Ah, it's on high. Caleb, where's your picture?
That's soldering tips.
What'd you say, Caitlin?
Does that butane torch come with soldering tips?
It does.
Yeah. Put it all kinds of weird shit.
And if you use them, don't ever drop your soldering torch, because if you chip the blade one, it will destroy itself pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I melted that tip. And so this is the other tip that I've used on it so far. And that hole there, the key thing to remember is don't point that hole at anything you don't want to melt.
Right?
The exhaust from the flame comes out there.
I can see where that would be bad.
Yeah. I will say that I don't use the torch much for soldering after melting that one tip, but it is really good for heat shrink. Hello, Tyson. How you doing, buddy? Somebody needs a treat. He just came inside from outside. He did his business, and he was a good boy.
Teach me, master.
Tyson is our French Bulldog Boston Terrier mix. And he's a funny dog. When we drove from California to here in the middle of the winter, he was like, "It's too fucking cold. I'm not going pee today." and he did that for like 3 or 4 days. He refused to go because it was too cold out there. Kaylin, where's your camera?
Outside, just runs out, does his business, runs back.
Well, Tyson is also the one dog we know for sure will never go in the house.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, it was funny when he was a puppy, when he was like 6 months old and when we were in California. My wife and Jordan would be in Jordan's room, complete other end of the house. We had a door to the outside from our bedroom. And it was funny when I'd be doing something on the computer and Tyson would come into the bedroom, moving at a pretty good clip, look over at me and say, "How's it going, Dad? Gotta pee," and go out the door. He went from the other end of the house, knew where the door was, so he went from the other end of the house all the way across the house and out so that he could do his business.
Good.
Kaylin, are you there?
Yeah, I just woke up, so I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm not quite ready for anything yet.
Not coherent yet.
Yeah. I need to figure out, because I got a lot of edit. I need to get a few videos backlogged so that I can work on some things this week. So I think I'm going to be editing today.
That's cool.
I need to start completing some things, and so I think I'm going to try to work on painting this week.
Wait, how are you going to build up a good stash of shelf queens if you finish models?
I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 models that are incomplete. So I
Guys?
need to start getting some of them done.
Yeah, Randy has a good stash of chef queens.
Yeah.
I was going to say, he got really close. If you'd have hit 15, that would mean I would have to start another model. Nobody's allowed to have more in-work models than I do.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, you weren't here, Kaylin. This one here that I'm working on, this tram,
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. That's cool.
I think it was 2015 the last time I worked on it.
Wow. Which kid is that?
This one?
Yeah.
That one.
Okay. I've seen that one. Those are actually really cool looking kits.
They are. And this one actually there's only 3 of them. Well, 2 now because for some reason I'm sure they got some bad feedback from the Berlin diorama. There used to be 3 dioramas. Now there's only 2. And this one, the Turkish tram, and the Berlin are the 3 dioramas they've released so far.
Okay.
And I actually have all 3 of them.
There's a company called, I think it's called Mini Kit or something like. It's not Mini Craft. It's Mini Kit or something like that. And they have a couple of the the old World War II trams.
Mm-hmm.
And they look like they would be really nice accessories for a diorama.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, I added a few to my wish list because they're not that expensive either.
It's kind of amazing how much these kits have gone up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can't pronounce that name. I call it Oprah or whatever.
Yeah, I call it Okri.
Yeah, their kits. For everybody that I've ever seen build one of those, they are stellar kits.
Oh, they are. They are fantastic kits. And it's amazing to me. I think it's the Madrid tram, which is the only one I've finished of these. I think the Madrid tram I paid like $45 for.
Yeah.
And now these things run about. It depends on if you sign into the site. If you buy them anywhere besides Okri, they run about $200. If you buy them straight from Okri, they run about $120 to $150, depending on how long it's been out. Unless you log in, if you create an account and log in, you get a bonus. They drop it, like one of them, most of them are like 99 euros, so about $120 plus shipping, and they drop to about 70.
Uh-huh.
No.
Yeah, and that's why every time I talk about Okri, I always tell people, create an account. You'll save yourself a bunch of money. Now, I have many, many of their kits. Hey, Sci-Fi Model Shop. Middle of airbrushing the Franklin and Ratfink. So building 2 models at once, which is actually pretty cool because that gives you something to do while one dries.
That's why I started with them.
And that's why I went back to this one. I decided not to create another Shelf Queen.
Yeah.
Party pooper.
No, I'm running out of
Well-
spots to keep in work kits.
I need to go up to Hobby Lobby and get another GTO just because I want to have another body shell just in case this one's really crap, like screwed up. The one that I have, it might just be easier to just start over with the body on it.
Nah, soak it in simple green.
It's not. That's not the issue. The issue is when I was scribing lines, I made a lot of miscuts and dug the lines too wide. So if you were to actually scale the car up to a regular size car, all of the panel lines, you could stick your thumb in there, so it wouldn't be accurate. And
Yeah.
I don't like that.
And that's why most of my kits I build, other than adding lights and some other minor modifications, a good portion of it is out of the box.
Yeah. Well, it was my first car in 25 plus years, so I was experimenting. And for someone that had never really scribed anything out before, I had the wrong tools and I got a little overzealous, I think, and I ended up scratching some areas on it that weren't filling in with the primer and the paint, and so.
Yeah, chainsaw is not a bad tool for scribing lines.
That's why I don't scribe lines.
Yeah. Well, that's like with the Bismarck. I'm leaving everything. I'm not going to scribe anything because the surface primer does a really good job of dropping into lines and stuff, and I just don't really want to screw up the Bismarck as much as possible. So.
Wait, why wouldn't you want to screw up a $1,600 kit?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm sure Agora, if they saw my decking, they'd be horrified.
They'd be like, "We can send you some new decks."
Well, to be honest, I mean, I love the way they've turned out, but I don't know. It looks different in person than it does on camera. On camera, it kind of makes it a little darker than it actually is. And so I think when I do my final photos of it with proper lighting and stuff, it should look pretty good.
I think your decking, what you did to the decking, looks really sharp.
It does.
Yeah, I'm gonna, in one of my future videos, I'm gonna do the tarp. I'm gonna make the tarp for it, for the bow. I just need to find the right, I need to find some Kleenex that doesn't have any marking on it. And then I'll make that tarp, and then I'll just have it removable. Because it's still, I get conflicting, like, it doesn't matter, you can search all you want and look in different books, and there's conflicting remarks as to whether or not it was tarped or painted. And I'm leaning towards the fact that it had a tarp on it.
I think it had a tarp first and then was painted later, didn't it?
That's what I've been told, yeah. Because the day she went down, I was told that it had paint on it, but this one survivor swears up and down that it had a tarp on it, and he might have not been on deck the day it went down. So, because I know it was either, I think it was the admiral on board had told the guys to paint it, because they also painted the top of the guns. They painted, I can't remember what color the top of the guns were the day it went down. I have to, because I've been more focused on some other things. But I think the top of the guns may have been gray that day, because they were originally like a tan color. If you look at references from when it was up in Norway, and then they changed it. And they also painted over the camo.
Well, the key thing, honestly, with every kit, as far as I'm concerned, is build it your way.
Yeah.
You know, Eric.
No, I agree with that. But at the same time, it's like I for this one, because this one's just the this one's gonna maybe get sold. Is I want it to look a certain way, and then when I build the trumpeter 1-200, that one I'm gonna keep, and that one will be I'm gonna do that one up the way that I want it.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is Eric and I as we work on the Queen Mary, we've had many conversations about which windows should be open and lit and everything. And he, I've provided him, reference photos, and I'm doing it as close to reality as I can.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when I'm done with it, I'm going to be happy with it. And if other people look at it and go, that's not right, that's supposed to be purple, I'm going to say, I don't care. I like green.
Yeah.
There you go.
And Eric has actually started. He's started to figure that out because now he's also doing. He'll ask me what I'm doing or what I think, and I'll tell him. And some of the things he's like, I'm not going to do that. I'm like, that's exactly right. Do what you want your model to look like.
Yeah.
What's funny is he's encouraging me to enter it into the Chippy Open. And I'm like, I'm not sure if it's
You
going to.
should.
I probably will.
Why not? If you build it, why not put it in there?
Well, and here's the funny thing. I'm going to probably work on him to say, dude, we're not in competition with each other. If we, we both put it in, one of us wins, that's great. Because he's like, I'm not going to put mine in because I want you to, I don't think it would be right. I'm like, why not? I've seen how Eric builds. He builds fantastic.
Oh, well, that's dumb. Well, yeah, we're all kind of our own worst critics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
that's true.
It's part of the reason my 350 Titanic took me 8 months. It was one of these things that my wife finally convinced me to stop painting hand railings.
Yeah,
A lot of handrails.
when I built the hood, that one, that's definitely going to take probably a couple of years to do because I don't know, I just have a real soft spot in my heart for the hood, and I want her to be perfect, just like the Bismarck, and
Before or after it got blown up?
before. Yeah, it was amazing just how quickly she went down too.
She got hit.
There was a good deal on the History Channel about that whole thing, and the reason it went down so fast is that what was it, like a 20-inch shell hit their magazine,
Yeah,
and they left all the portholes and they left everything open in the magazine, so it just when it hit it just went.
yeah.
One survivor, I think, wasn't there like one survivor out of that whole thing?
Something
Yeah.
like that. I think I watched the same show. But to answer your question, Shu, the reason it was handrails is because the handrails were brown, a wood color, and the posts holding them up were white. So I would go and I would paint the brown, and they got some on the white, so I'd repaint the white. And I got some on the brown. So I would repaint the brown. And I did that for like 6 or 7 times. And my wife said, quit. Quit. It's good.
Yeah.
That's what I do when I'm painting minis. Paint one part. Oh man, I got paint on that. Go back and paint that. Oh man, now I got paint on that.
The mini's supposed to be 3 inches tall. It's 6 inches worth of paint.
Right?
Hey, Mark, did you get an offer from Eagle Moss for your shuttles?
No, they just showed up.
Oh, they just and is there an extra charge for them or no?
$60.
Yeah, $60.
Okay, but they're a decent size from the looks of it. Right?
Yeah, I mean they're nice.
Are you?
Then they sent me I got another thing I have to call about that. Then they sent me that that poster thing.
Oh, the poster looks stupid.
Did you open
Well,
it?
yeah, but I mean, there was no like, do you want this or not? It just showed up. I'm like, well, I don't want this shit.
Check your spam, and as long as you didn't open it, just bring it to the post office and tell them you're refusing it,
Yeah.
and they'll take it right back, and Eagle Moss will send you your money back.
No, I didn't open it.
Yeah, I knew that because they.
You mentioned it. I think you mentioned it on your stream. And
Yeah.
then, like 2 days later, I'm like, well, what the hell is this? And I mean, I get all the other emails from Eagle Moss. I'm like, well, where'd that come from?
It probably they had a rash of the special emails that went to spam.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys.
They sent me the same thing for the Mustang Eleanor, and it's for the how much they're asking for it. It's a stupid looking poster, and I'm not. It's like, you know what? I don't want it, and I think it was $30 or something or more, and it's just a stupid looking poster. I'm like, it's maybe worth like $6.
Yeah. I saw
on it.
I think I saw that poster that I didn't open up. It was on the Facebook page. I'm like, that's it.
Yeah.
I gotta get more accelerator. Damn it, a lot of accelerator.
I'm gonna go make more coffee. I'll be right back.
So, Kaylin, I know that Mark is keeping his closed. This is the size of him.
He's not here right now. He took off.
What?
He's getting coffee.
No, coffee with Kaylin ain't until tomorrow. I really think he needs to change the way it's spelled, though. It should be a K.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you're not opening yours, are you?
No,
Yeah, last I knew you weren't going to. I'm not
After
sure.
I didn't have to since you opened yours.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure that once I get to the point of the build where I can actually display them, I will probably leave them inside the box. And I just got the email for the second shuttle set. And apparently the captain's yacht, the roundish one,
Right?
they pack it really bad. The L-Cars bracket, to hold the L-Cars bracket up,
Right?
is in there in such a way, and it's metal to where it rattles around and it actually breaks pieces off of the captain's yacht.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, this is another nice thing about these trams. You build it in order pretty much, but you also build it in whatever order you want to. Because I just
Which is what you
finished.
do anyway.
Yeah. Well, I just finished this step, putting these windows in. So step 8, and the roof is step 17.
You can do that with any kid.
Yeah. Some kits it's a little bit more difficult than others. Oh, look, pieces. More pieces. We haven't had these Rubbermaid things in like forever. Oh, shit. Look at that. Remember I said I thought I had a conductor? There he is.
There he is.
What kind of conductor is it? Copper or gold or
Platinum.
Looks blue.
platinum? Oh, okay.
It's blue painted platinum. Oh, yeah. More of these. As I take parts out, I look at them. I'm like, yeah, I remember why I put this away for a while. That's right. I am actually kind of looking forward to this spot where my finger's on right now, because you have to bevel the edges. I have a new toy. I have not yet tried it out.
An edge beveler?
Yeah, pretty much. Here, let me go get it. Hey, it's a win. It's a win. Look. But yeah, I've seen these little belt sanders everywhere. You know, seen them on a lot of people's channels.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I gotta try one.
The one of the little handheld ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen those.
This will do some serious damage. And of course, I never do anything small, so I think I bought like 15 or 20 replacement belts. There's Kaylin.
Got my second cup of coffee, so we should be ready to do something.
So, here, Kaylin, you asked, and so I went and did some looking, and there.
And you get two of those?
You get the El Baez and the Goddard.
Oh, nice.
They're $30 a piece.
Yeah, I guess that's not too bad. It's
Yeah.
better than that $30 piece of crap poster.
And then they come together in this box here.
Okay. And they're already put together. They're just die cast or what?
Yeah. And I was telling Shu that set 2, the captain's yacht, the oval looking thing.
Hey, bud.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, bud. I've been reading that on Facebook that one, they put the pieces in haphazardly, the Elcar's support thing, and so a lot of people are getting that one broken.
Really?
Yep. What a motley crew. Where the hell you been, Kenny? We've been waiting for you all day.
Time to go, guys. Midnight. Nice being on.
Yep. And look at this, Kenny. I'm working on a Shelf Queen. Old Shelf Queen. I haven't worked on this thing in 7 years.
That's the Queen Mother. That's not a Shelf Queen. That's the Queen Mother.
No. Kenny has the Queen Mother. Oh, look. It's my other headlight. Yeah, I showed these guys. I'll show you guys too. That just showed up.
Oh God! Please don't show me.
I'm gonna show it to you. I have to be careful because
Excuse me while I whip this out.
I have to be careful because these are not resistored yet. But instead of using the metal parts, I've actually put a headlight on it. Yep. Kenny said the Shelf Queen Mother is the Titanic from 1997. He wins hands down. That was part of the reason I stopped working on this. Got to figure out how to route the wires. Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate it. Oh, and you didn't see this either, Kalen. There's the base for the diorama for this thing. It's huge.
Oh, wow.
It's huge.
And did that come with the kit, or did you buy that?
I bought the diorama, came separate.
Okay.
The kit is old enough that when I bought it from Ochre, it was, I think this one was like 70 or 80 bucks. I have one or two of them I bought when they were still 45 bucks, but that's, we're talking like 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
But the diorama bases, they're 50 bucks.
Okay.
And, well, 50 bucks plus shipping from Spain. And I have one of them that they no longer make because apparently people were insulted by the German gas house that had been bombed out during World War II.
Yeah. Well, oh my gosh. Did you see they have a guillotine kit?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm like, really? I mean, yeah, it's
That's an old kit. That's an old repop, though.
it is a repop.
And the guy's head falls off. That's awesome.
I saw that and I just was like, oh my gosh. Like, I mean, yeah, it was,
What, you're gonna like upset some French people or something who are still, like, what, too soon?
I don't know, yeah. Well, and the other funny thing was, so I don't know if they have any kits of it, but you remember the old head blocks for punishing humiliating criminals and stuff?
Yes. Yeah.
I wonder, they've got to have some kits of those. I thought I could have swore I saw something.
Come on, people in the 70s were pretty warped, so.
Yeah.
Yes, we were.
Gotta love it. Miss the good old days.
I mean, you were there too, Mark.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when I was in Texas when I was 8. They still had outside of one of the courthouses. They had the old the little block or stand for where they would do all their public hangings and stuff. And I remember they were like one of the last states to quit doing that. And my wife, like, she's like, they should still do that.
Well, I was going to say, not to be cold or crass or anything, but, if they brought that back, I bet crime rate would go down.
Oh, I guarantee you.
You'd be good for that.
See, that's the thing. It's so, because I work very closely with our law enforcement here, and it's like their hands are so tied nowadays that it's like, why do we even have law enforcement?
Exactly.
They get so frustrated. There was one case where this lady, or it was a guy. So he had been arrested by the state patrol moments like so he had been arrested in the morning of this one day for felony, for some felony. I can't remember what it was. And he had multiple felony warrants against him as well. So as soon as the trooper goes and drops him off, he's, goes back to the station and starts filling out all the paperwork. Before he even got finished filling out the paperwork, this person had been released and had burned down the home of their family home and killed everybody inside.
Damn.
And this was before he finished filling out the paperwork. And he came home and just told his wife, he's like, because I work with his wife, and he was just like, why? Like, what's the point of my job? And it's changed over the last, even just the last 10 years. Law enforcement has just changed so much. And it's like, I feel so bad for them. But yeah, I don't know. This world is, it's a crazy world to live in.
Back in the day when I was a first sergeant, I used to say, I would flat out say this to people I knew, and I would get the strangest looks. I would, because the military perceives that it has a drinking and driving problem. And it does kind of, but more it has a discipline problem because these kids think they can get away with it. Or if they get caught, it's not so bad. I used to say point blank, give the wing commander the authority to shoot one person in the face every quarter. Drinking and driving will stop.
Yeah.
That is true.
Kenny said, totally agree. New York City is a shithole again because the cops can't do anything.
Yeah, it's sad.
Okay, so it is now 2:57 and we go till 3 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and start shutting down the live stream. Thanks for everybody who came by. And, yep, Kenny said, laugh my ass off. That would have stopped a lot of people from drinking and driving. But as I was saying, I'm going to close down the live stream. Some of us may still be on Discord for a while, may not. Appreciate you stopping by. I don't remember if I'm pretty sure Hobby Link International is in the description. Great place to stop by. Great place to find modelers like us. And like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. We'll see you again for the Sunday stream next Sunday at noon Central Time. And I will actually be streaming Tuesday, maybe tomorrow as well, trying to get finished on the X-Wing. Everybody have a great rest of your Sunday and have a great evening. Anybody else want to
Have a good one, everybody.
Later, everyone.
Take care, everybody.
Talk to you all out there in YouTube land later.
Yeah, these new files that I got that Joe has,